Come on, before you're seeing the baseball well tonight, I mean, just kind of take me through your evening. I mean, you had big hit after big hit after big hit tonight.
Yeah, it's been a rough stretch here for the last few weeks. So me and Goat have been working a lot, trying to get better. Just take it day by day and stay confident in the box. I feel like at the tournament at Alabama, I was putting good swings on the ball. I felt good this week in practice, and to be able to come out and execute today felt really well.
Quick follow-up on that, too. It's pretty rare for a guy to move back to the 3-hole and get out of the slump, but all of a sudden that's what happens. I mean, are you just more comfortable there? How would you kind of explain it?
I'm not real sure. I think I'm comfortable in the 3-hole and the 5 and the 5 spot. When we switched, me and Logan, but I think wherever I'm hitting the lineup, just try to do my job. Whether that's get a run in, with a ground ball to second, or if I'm running to one, hit a homer. Just wherever he puts me in the lineup, just try to produce as much as I can.
We'll go ahead to Theo DeRosa. Theo, jump in there.
Cam, obviously the bottom of the order had a pretty big night with Brad and Kellen getting those home runs, but the top of the order, you, Rowdy, TA all have 3 hits. How much can that open up your offense when the top of the order is producing like that?
Oh well, when your first 3 guys are going like we did tonight, I think it just kind of frees up the whole lineup, really the whole game, whether it's defense, pitching. When you get runs on the board, and then especially when the back end of the lineup is producing like they were tonight, it's just huge. When we get the whole lineup going, we're going to be dangerous.
John Sokoloff.
Hey, Cam, kind of going based off what Theo said, but do you think your guys' kind of offense is maybe not peaking, but, like trending in the right direction?
Absolutely. We come to practice every day, getting ready to work. I think we have the best hitting coach in the country. We come out, every day, putting good swings on balls, getting better. And then, tonight it kind of showed, paid off. We've been having good at-bats. We had good at-bats last night or yesterday afternoon. And I just, I think, like you said, we're rolling in the right direction at the right time.
Phil Coleman.
Cam, you were mentioning earlier about your struggles earlier in the year and things. I just curious. I mean, did your confidence ever waver at any point? I know you had some defensive struggles, struggling at the plate a little bit. But just what'd you do to kind of, stay in it? Did you? Who was kind of there to boost you up, or did your confidence waver at all? Just how'd you kind of work through that?
Well, all my coaches and teammates are behind me in everything I do. I try to stay confident. I'm the same player I was, when I make a mistake as I am when I have success. I come to the field the same every single day. I'm a confident player, whether it shows or not. I just try to go out there and do my best and do whatever it takes for the team to win.
Next up, Tyler Horka.
Yeah, Cam, I guess on the topic of those struggles, you haven't had a lot of multi-hit games of late, but you got 2 in 1 inning starting that rally in the 6th with a single, and then you end up hitting the home run as well. So how good did it feel to do that? I mean, like I said, not a lot of multi-hit games, but you get 2 in 1 frame. Yeah,
so, like I said earlier, I feel like I've been putting good swings on balls a lot lately. I'm having really good at-bats. So tonight, to see that ball get out, see that ball get through the infield, the first 2 singles I had or the first double, it was good to see it get through and get to be on base and know I got a hit, especially since, maybe it's not been going my way as of late.
Got time for a couple more. We'll go to Robbie Falk.
Cam, y'all were just living on the bases early in that game, and y'all put up 6 runs, but they cut it to 6-4 right there. Y'all had the bases loaded and only got 1 run out of it. What were y'all talking about, after those at bats and coming into the bottom of the 6th too after they closed that lead? What was kind of the offensive approach, and I guess how'd you feel like you did in that 6th inning?
Yeah, well, we knew they weren't going to lay down just because we got 6 runs. They put some runs on the board, made it a close game again. I think, that 6th inning we just came in, kind of the same approach we always try to have, just do your job, get good pitches to hit. And that inning, I don't feel like we missed many pitches. We didn't swing at many pitches out of the zone. I think that was the inning Kellum and Brad went back-to-back. So, I think it was just kind of, executing our plan and our approach.
David Murray, go ahead.
You broke out of the slump as far as hitting, but last night you got on base 3 times without a hit. You walked, you got plunked that pitch, you scored a time, you even drove in a run. Did that kind of help put you in the mindset to free you up to come out and start hitting again, just having success last night?
Yeah, for sure. Getting to come out in my first regional game I've ever played, and maybe not do well as far as stats and average and hits, but I feel like I did what the team needed me to do when runners were in scoring position. I got a couple of those in. I feel like I was seeing the ball, having good at bats, and that always gives you some confidence.
Christian, it looked like that you were look at your fingers a lot early in the ball game. And was it a blister issue? Was it a hangnail issue? It just seemed like that was good, some discomfort for you, but you're able to kind of overcome it there in the third. What was going on there?
Yeah, I got a little sweaty after the bullpen. It was just really humid outside. Couldn't really get a grip, and I came in and used the rosin bag a little bit, and I just was struggling to find a grip early on, but licked my fingers and all that, and then used the rosin bag. I was fine.
And then Foxhall comes out there with arguably the best mound visit of the year because you went from throwing 9 straight balls to retiring 8 straight hitters. What did he say to you, and and how were you feeling at that point?
It was really just minimized. Obviously not how you want to start an inning, throwing 9 straight balls, but I just knew I needed to settle down, bear down, and minimize as much as possible and just attack the zone. I should have done that to start off the inning, but I thought I made the correction I needed to, maybe a little later than needed, but it worked out.
Robbie Falk, you're up next.
Christian, I know you had that tough end to the outing in the 6th inning, but how did you kind of assess what you were able to do? I mean, going into that inning, I think you'd given up 2 hits and limited the damage in that 1 inning with the 3 straight strikeouts. How did you kind of assess your performance?
I thought it was a good outing. I didn't think I had my best stuff, obviously, compared to some other outings, but, I thought I competed as much as I could have. I left it all out on the field, and, obviously I hate giving up a home run to finish the outing, but, that's part of it, but I competed my butt off, and that's all I could do.
And that was the most pitches I think you've thrown since you've been here, 123 pitches or whatever it was. How were you feeling coming into that inning, and as the inning kind of kept going, how are you feeling stamina-wise?
I felt great. Even when I came out of the game, I still felt great. Kind of hit my second win going into the 6th inning. I think I was at like 96 pitches going in. I still felt strong.
John Sokoloff.
Christian, what do you think it was later in that 5th? Because, you started out that frame and, you retired a couple of hitters, and then obviously, they were starting to chip away at you a little bit there. What do you think it was? Because, you just said that you were fine, fatigue-wise, that you weren't tired.
Yeah, I think it was, I struggled a little bit with my changeup tonight. I was cutting it more than I needed to, and it was kind of running into a right-handed bat than running away from it. And, that's something I'll work on in my bullpen this week is getting that shape back to normal. But I think that was just a little bit, left a few pitches up.
Joel Coleman, go ahead.
Christian, we heard Cam talking about kind of some of his struggles of the year and things, and he's had a little bit of a roller coaster of a year and had some bad luck hitting balls hard right at people sometimes. But just curious, what's he been like in the locker room as he's kind of dealt with the slump and kind of an up and down year a little bit at times? Just what has he kind of, I guess, maintained his confident demeanor the entire time, or just kind of what's he been like behind the scenes?
No, he's been great. I mean, it's baseball. There's going to be slumps in baseball, and I feel like that's a team-wide thing. Is that we're one of the tougher mentally teams in the nation. I feel like, and we're not going to let a slump or something get the best of us. We're going to come up to the field each day and work our butts off, and that's all we can do. And Cam's a really great player, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Got time for a few more for Christian. We'll go to Theo next.
Christian, you couldn't get through the 6th there, but then your offense comes out and puts up 9 runs. How much confidence does that give you, and just how good does that feel knowing that they can back you up like that?
Man, they were awesome all night, and when we get the hits and the dude starts going crazy, you can't beat it. Especially as an opposing team coming in and experiencing that, it's. We're lucky to have such a great fan base and everything, and having offense do what they did tonight, was special.
Go ahead, David Murray.
Christian, let's go back to that 3rd inning where the tying runs are on base and the best of orders coming up. Do you even think about the fact that those are their big guns coming up, and did that help you bear down or focus a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, you got to know who's coming up in the order. You got to know what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and that's where as a pitcher you got to have a knowledge of the game and know who's coming up. So Yeah, I guess it helped me focus a little bit more. And, you know, my mentality the whole time was like, all right, don't let these runs score here. You know, just compete, throw strikes, and let defense play.
Steve, go ahead and wrap us up.
Christian, you mentioned your first regional experience. So how did it measure up to your expectations? I mean, you put your team into a regional final. Now you're in the winners bracket. You have to lose twice, and you battled through some adversity and had the crowd on your side. I mean, so how would it measure up to your expectations?
It was awesome. You know, when I was getting stretching out for the game and everything, you see everybody racing to the berms and everything. You know, it's pretty special having this kind of atmosphere, and I'm excited to go out and play in front of another great crowd tomorrow.